All right, everyone. 25.3 open workout is upon us. They've announced it, they've demoed it, and now it's our turn to dissect all the ins and outs, the tips and tricks, so that way you guys can have an amazing and successful time doing this workout. And hopefully only have to do it once. I listened to somebody say, oh, this shouldn't be a bad workout to do it twice. I'm going to go ahead and disagree. I think this is one that you want to give maximum effort to one time and not have to repeat. I think your low back is going to be blown up otherwise. So let's talk through what the workout is, and then we can get into specific tips and tricks. So this is a 20-minute workout. It is really a chipper with wall walks in between. We'll start with 5 wall walks, and then you move into 50 calories on the rower, 5 wall walks, then 25 deadlifts, 5 wall walks, 25 cleans, 5 wall walks, 25 snatches, 5 wall walks, then you finish with a 50 calorie row. So that's 2 50 cal rows, 25 wall walks with the 75 barbell movements in the middle. Going to be a lot of hinging, a lot of grip, so just be prepared. This is a for time workout, so you might get done before 20 minutes. Awesome, great job. Or you might be somebody that gets capped, no problem. Just make sure that you get as many reps in during that time as you can. This is not a high skill workout. So we have the wall walks is our gymnastic skill. Either wall walks or scaled wall walks if you're in the scale division. If you're in foundations, it'll be bear crawls. The modifications for the barbell movements are simply that you are doing them with lighter weights, which I think is awesome. Everybody's rowing, so it'll be awesome. The things to consider. I like to consider this as if I'm somebody that's trying to finish this workout, like I think that I have the ability to get this done under 20 minutes, or if I'm somebody that's just going to get as far as I can. Okay, there's really 2 different strategies on all this, whichever person you are. Okay, if you're considering this basically a 20-minute workout, I'm going to get as far as I can. On the wall walks, take your time. All right, the phrase that they kept using, I think that is great, is that you can't necessarily make up a lot of time on the wall walks, but you can lose a lot of time. So if you come out and you try to string them together super fast at the beginning, you'll get blown up. This is one of those movements that if you come into it really out of breath, it's really hard to catch your breath. There's no spot for rest in the wall walk, even laying down or collapse, and we can't really breathe. I suggest like sitting up on your knees if you're really out of breath, or waiting to get on the ground until you're ready to go for all 5 reps, either way. But just know that laying on the ground, it might rest your shoulders a little bit, but it actually won't let you catch your breath. Going upside down is not great for breathing, so you'll notice that as well. On the wall walks, make sure that you are trying to reach up the wall as high as you can with your feet before you get going, and make sure that you are taking consistent steps with your hands. So when you're fresh, go ahead and figure out how many steps does it take me to get to the wall, and then it should take me the same number of steps to get back. And you want to move through those consistently. I would count your breaths on the ground, so like 1, 2, and go if you're somebody that's trying to finish the workout. If you're not somebody, like I said, this is a 20-minute workout, take your time, make sure that there's no reps. You have to get both hands to the back tape, touch the back tape, and then you have to get all the way back. Wall walks are a terrible place to get no reps, so make sure that you understand the standards fully, such as laying all the way down on the ground at the end of your rep, especially your last rep. It's really easy to like finish your wall walk, take your feet off the wall, and get to the next thing. Make sure you lay all the way down, you hit the standards. Your judge doesn't want to have to like call you back from the rower or from your barbell to come finish this. On the rower, we have 2 50 cal rows. That's a pretty decent distance for everybody. We want the damper probably lower than you had on, let's say, like a 1,000-meter sprint. You should know yourself well enough, but like 5 to 7 probably at the most for most people on the damper. We want long, strong pulls. We're going to use our legs. Remember, we're going to be coming off the wall, so we're already breathing a little bit hard. Just go ahead and get on the rower and get it going, even if you're fatigued. So don't sit there, wait to get on the rower until you have the ability to give maximum effort. Get on there and go. You should kind of know what your pace is based off of other rowing that you've done. So If you're somebody that's trying to do, you're just gonna be working for 20 minutes, you want to get on like right under the time cap. It's about a 5K row time for your 500 meters or your calories per hour, whatever you're watching. If you're somebody that's trying to finish it a lot sooner, we're thinking like, whatever a 3K row is, something that's a little uncomfortable for that first portion, because this is the beginning of what would be a 5K or whatever. All right. So the first row should be sustainable. We should get to it, and then sit into it and just be consistent. Don't sprint and like this isn't intervals up and down, up and down, up and down. When you can get up to your full speed, get there and go. Make sure you're breathing, you're controlling your breathing. We can talk about breathing patterns if that's something that you have questions about, but make sure that you're breathing through the whole thing. Okay. We should get off the rower and be able to, within 5 to 10 seconds, get to your next set of wall walks. So don't go at a pace where you're like falling off the rower on the first one. The rower, like the wall walks, is a really good place to screw up the rest of your workout. If you come out too hot on the first rower, you will be blown up. The whole workout will fall apart, I promise. And that's probably going to be the most common place for people to screw this workout up. It's come out too hot on the rower. Okay, people are going to be yelling, cheering for you, your friends, your family. That's okay. Sit into what is just a little uncomfortable for you, but not super uncomfortable. Like I said, we should be able to get off and get going. Wall walks again, then we move into our deadlifts. Deadlifts, if you are a strong deadlifter, it's a good idea to go ahead and like knock out a larger set. Grip is going to be the main thing that you're fatiguing here, but deadlifts up and down, up and down, up and down are pretty simple to knock out. And it's 25 of them. If we go singles, it's a lot of dropping, like trying to find your barbell if your plates bounce at all. So somebody said five sets of 5. That's fine as long as you can get onto it. Personally, deadlift, like if you're a strong deadlifter, I'm going to go ahead and knock those out. Maybe 3 to 4 sets, something like that. Singles are not bad. Just make sure that you're following the barbell down and grabbing it as soon as it's settled. Okay, those have to be super quick singles, because deadlifts cannot take you too long and think that you're going to be able to get through this workout. Wall walk again, then we move into 25 cleans. This is the portion that is going to be the best to do singles on. Stand it all the way up. Make sure that you're setting up for your cleans well, especially if this is moderately heavy for you. It's 135 and 95 pounds. So we want to make sure that we are not jumping into something that we are ill prepared for. I'm sorry, it's 135 and 85. I was incorrect. All right, so that's still pretty heavy for cleans. So there's really nobody that should be knocking out huge sets here unless you're just a clean machine, then good for you. The rest of us should probably go quick singles on this. Save your grip that way. Again, follow your barbell. Stay quick with it. Try to knock it out pretty quickly. All right. Again, no reps on this, because it's a lot of energy to get that barbell up and then not get your elbows through or not stand up all the way. So make sure that you understand the full points of performance and the reasons that you might get no reps. No reps here. Back to wall walks, then we head to snatches. Your shoulders are blown up at this point. Okay. The good news is that the snatches are relatively light. So this is your opportunity if you want to go touch and go. Just make sure that you are efficient with your barbell, meaning nice up and down bar path. We want to keep that bar nice and close, come right under it, up and down. If you're somebody that is super skilled in this and you can bring the bar all the way from overhead to the ground in one motion, that's okay. Just know that that is really going to jack up your heart rate, and that's an opportunity for you to get a split-second breath while staying moving, as if you hit the bar first and then down to the ground, touch and go. Sets of 4 or 5, we're not trying to knock all 25 of these out in one shot. Again, breathe, and go again. Breathing is going to be the main thing. Shoulders, like I said, are fatigued from all the wall walks that you've already done. But guess what? You get done with your 25th snatch, we're straight back onto the wall. Stay moving. We saw even some of the elite athletes slow down on this portion. So don't beat yourself up if you notice that your pace is falling off on the wall walks a little bit here. be safe. Make sure that you're staying nice and strong through your core and your wall walks. That way you don't fall off the wall or do anything kind of crazy. Then we get to the rower. Last row is going to be maximum effort for you. All right, so whatever that looks like for you with whatever you've got left in the tank, we're going to go ahead and send it. Not as soon as you get on the rower, because if you get on and you're like, oh, I've got a minute left to get through this, and then you row really hard for 15 seconds, you're probably leaving some calories on the table, as if you like rowed pretty hard for the first 30, 45 minute, the whole thing, right? Because if you sprint for 15 seconds and then have nothing left in the tank, then you kind of shot yourself in the foot. But know that there is nothing after that for the rest of the day. You're done. This is Friday Night Lights. You get to like go hang out with your friends after you get off the rower. So full send, no energy left. You're not going to hurt yourself on the rower, hopefully. So like, you know, dial it in for that last little bit and get the workout done. If you have any specific questions, definitely feel free to reach out. The main things were making sure that you're staying steady on the wall walks and not taking too long of breaks, but also not just doing something stupid and trying to sprint through them. Having a different strategy for each row instead of thinking about them the same, and then knowing your strategy for how many on the barbell you're going to do. I would suggest that during your warm-up, you spend some time doing a set of whatever you're going to be doing at that weight. So if you're doing 8 for your first barbell on the deadlift, do 8 and make sure that it feels really good, that you could do that all day, every day. All right, same thing with the clean and the snatch. Make sure that it's set up really good. So let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you guys soon.